Hi.
Tabi
Get my
G,
angles right.
Tabi G.
Hello.
Tell
Yeah,
me what's
just
going on.
myself.
What is going on? Happy New Year, girl.
Happy New Year to you too.
Look at you, man. Looking very, man. So, I mean, nobody. The way you look, man. Nobody knows a pandemic. You're looking fly, girl. Looking fly.
You know what? If I don't stay on point for myself, I fall apart.
Nah, man. We're not falling apart today, man. It's all about falling. No, not falling. Let's change the word. It's all about being together and looking wonderful. How are things, anyways? Have you been coping? Let's start with that. First of all, before we start with anything, man. You know me. I like the grand entrance, man. So we'll pretend like you just come up again. So close your eye. Then open it
Close
again.
my eyes. Let me
Yeah,
get
close
this
your eye,
angle happening.
and then once you open your eyes, boom, we'll give you the intro.
You want me to close my eyes? Hang on.
Now, in fact, don't close your eyes. We'll just play the music. Oh yes. Oh yes, Tubbs. Oh yes. Hey. I mean, you'd actually think I'm having like an alcoholic drink. This is like the softest of the soft. But it's what's it called? 2 more days and dry January is gone. 2 more days
Bet you're
and dry
excited
January.
about that. Eee.
Dry January is gone. So, how's your day been? What have you been up to on a Friday before you're going about to grace us with some beauty?
Today's Friday, right?
Yes, it is.
It's
Yes, it is.
actually like I'm starting to forget what day it is, honestly. Um, so I did some work, got up today, did some work. So I have, to survive as an artist and I think as a creative, you got to have your hands in different things,
Yep.
So I did my job for the day, and I'm trying to educate myself a bit more in the pandemic time. So I actually did some work on vocal production, and I got on the mic with one of my vocal production gurus. Big shout out John Robinson, and he actually started to teach me more about how to be in control of my own voice.
Oh, nice. Well, before we get to the control part, first of all, train with Jamie. Hello, what's going on? What's going on? Thank you for joining us. But before we get that, see, a lot of people don't know. So they see this beautiful woman in front of me, and they have no idea where you've come from, what you do, and blah blah blah. So first of all, ladies and gentlemen, Tabi G. Tabi G is an Australian-born Nigerian that now lives in the UK. So basically, she's very, very, very Commonwealth. If you look at it that way, very Commonwealth.
Triple Commonwealth.
Triple Commonwealth. Born in Australia, Nigerian spirit, and now London is home. I like it. Exactly what your Instagram says. So
Yeah.
what was it like? What was it like growing up in Australia? Is it normal like everywhere else? You see kangaroos popping around and koalas and all that.
You know what? There's a lot of, okay, I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of wildlife. There
Okay.
is. And you can be in the main city and like be driving on the highway and be like, oh, there are kangaroos and there's sheep and there are horses. So yeah, I am used to be like, people here kind of see spiders and go, ah, spider. I'm like,
No, spider,
so it's quite
spider
normal to see animals and creepy crawlies and all that.
is like a mosquito for you seeing a spider. I
I,
don't know. It's like a mosquito seeing a spider for you. Just like,
literally. People are like, oh my goodness, there's a spider. And I'm like, looking at it, I'm like, where? Because,
Where?
the ones we see in Oz are like this big.
Yeah, when Aussie were you born? Where did you grow up?
So I was born in the capital. I don't know if many people know Canberra, Australian Capital Territory. So I was born there, and my family, we actually moved around quite a lot. So I've lived in the eastern side of Australia. Lived in the western side called Perth. So 5 years in Canberra, 8 years in Perth. Then we went to the northern part of Australia, Northern Territory I lived in a place called Darwin. And then I moved back to Canberra, another 5 years. And then I was 7 years in Sydney.
Very nice. So, well, one of my friends is just asking, is Australia as far as they say it is? Is it like really, really far? It's like far, far away from the rest of the world.
It is so far away. I ain't gonna lie. Every time I go back, I'm like, I'm just gonna go back and like your body will go through a process to even like just the jet lag when you get back and just the trip. So you could go like now to Perth, there's like a 17-hour trip that you could go direct London to Perth, right? But
Wow.
then that's just to Perth. If you were to then go to Sydney where I live, that's another 5 hours in the same Australia.
So you're spending like it cracks me up when I see people. I mean, a lot of people do think people travel for love, you know, travel. Oh my God, I'm going to see somebody that I'm not sure things will work out with. And I mean, when you watch all these funny programs, you just be like, wow, this is amazing. Anyway, when did the love for music begin? Because the way I see it is, I mean, you're a natural, so you must have come. Were you always singing in the shower, or your first spider that you saw scared you and you screamed so loud and oh my God?
I would say that I was born into it. I was born into it. So as much as breathing is normal to all of us, music is normal to me. And my family was very musical, and I'm the youngest of the bunch, so I just like copied basically I was just copying everybody. I was just copying everyone all the time.
Anytime you see me wave, that means somebody just joined. So I'm just anytime you see me wave, just join me in the wave. So wait, you say you were copying people. Oh, you're the youngest of how many?
I'm the youngest of 4, 2 boys, 2 girls. And my father was like a choir master, and he was a self-taught musician. So we were in family bands growing up, and we were in church. I grew up in church and always on stage. And I remember like I have so many vivid memories of like just me. I kind of look the same because I haven't grown that much taller from being a little girl, but I'm like hanging onto my dad's leg and just being on stage, and like that was my comfort. I was happy to be on stage. I enjoyed being like just more than the center of attention, but just being amongst it and the energy. So my dad, you know, he always had the guitar, and we always had so much joy in the house, always in the community. Music always brought something good. We always had dancing parties. So that expression of music, and my sister was just an incredible vocalist, and I just was like, I just want to be like her.
Well, when you say she was, well, she doesn't sing anymore.
She is. But like in my, I guess my development of like where the music came from, she was always like called on to sing at special events, and she just blessed everyone every time she opened her mouth. So I just was like, you know, forget like you have the stars and the celebrities that you idolize. I just idolized my sister in particular, and I was like, I just want to be like her. She's so good. So but my voice is not like her.
No, I'm sure your voice is better now. I'm sure your sister isn't watching, is she?
I don't know.
If she is, man, Tabi G. It's all about Tabi G now, sister. It's all about Tabi G. What's your genre though? What's your music genre?
You know what? I'm very eclectic. Let's just say that. Very eclectic, but I say that the defining theme in my music is soul, and soul can come through in almost any style. You know, you can have soulful ballads, you can have soulful dance tracks, you can have soulful afro. So the essence for me is soulful music, soulful pop. So
you should hear my soul music in the shower, girl.
You all about that song?
No, it's all about soap in your eye. It's all
exactly.
About
you just need to make those heartfelt noises, and
you need to get in there, girl. You need to get in there. Talk about first of all. So, when would you, if you look back? I know your sister is one of your big inspirations.
Yeah.
You know all that story. So, what would you say was the first, when you look back to them times, what would you say was your first, your first vocal experience? I mean, people are saying you should sing. I mean, they're saying drop a beat, girl. So you might as well just brace us.
A beat of what? Of what?
Okay, let's go back in time. When you think about Australia, you think about the good times hanging onto your dad's leg and all that.
Do you know what? I was thinking about this, and we've got some Nigerians on here, right? We're Nigerian, and I don't even know who wrote this song, but it was, when I think about home and I go back, I think of sweet mother, never forget you, for this suffer, make suffer for me, yeah. Stop stop, stop. And we used to sing that, but you know, because we were Christian and a Christian band, sweet Jesus, I never forget you, for this suffer, you suffer for me.
So wait,
Yeah.
so
Sweet
they
Jesus.
actually sang that in Australia, but that is amazing. I want to tell my mom that
We were singing that everywhere. We were singing that in the streets. We were singing
you,
that. Yes, Australian New Nigerian sounds.
you know, I mean, you know how every mother in Nigeria believes that song was made for them. It's like you see them in church going, pointing at themselves like,
Yeah. The band's like, yes.
It's for them, it's for them. So, but then if you go away from the sweet mother, though,
Yeah.
what is that song that gets you? Okay, think
You know,
back to one of the first songs you had, and there was a crowd there, and you had to express yourself.
I would say, I think that I had to express, I think one of the moments though was when I was like hearing music and going, oh, I think I could do that. I was shown Jill Scott for the first time.
Oh,
And I was like, oh my gosh, like what is this sound? Because I grew up on a lot of like, heard a lot of R&B, heard a lot of gospel and things like that. And I was like, oh, I don't do the runs like Mariah Carey. I don't really do this. And then I heard this song by Jill Scott with hey, oh, hey, yeah. Hold on. I was like, what is this?
oh, no, that is a track. Jill Scott is one of the first musicians that I saw that she was actually just walking down the road and singing, which I understand is actually very difficult to do. So when you're just walking to hold that vocal note, but that is amazing. She's in fact Jill Scott. I'll tell you one of my best Jill Scott songs. I'll tell you one of my best Jill Scott songs. This is the one that does it for me. Because you know me, I like to use a lot of energy. Energy is my thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it. Jill Scott is the lady for me, man.
Jill Scott is overrated, they're saying in the comments. Overrated? No, you can't overrate Jill Scott.
You know, see, the problem people have is that Jill Scott wasn't like mainstream in terms of.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah, so people are like, oh, because she didn't sell out like, I don't know, Wembley Arena or something. But when it comes to Jill Scott, man, this is it for me. Man. This is it for me. Oh yeah, the vibe, yo. Oh yeah, it's one of those you give instructions. Put your hands up. Oh yes, this is proper Jill Scott. Yeah, you gotta do. Sorry, before I get carried away, man.
Yeah, you were getting ready to get down.
It's the Friday night. It's the Friday night issue. It's the Friday night issue. So Jill Scott was a thing for you. Huh?
Jill Scott was a big defining factor in me thinking that I could do it because her voice and her tone was so soulful, and she wasn't just, you know, I think like a lot of the music and female vocalists around my time growing up were like high, like range, like Mariah range and singing, yeah. And I couldn't run like that. And I had a deeper tone. So I was always singing like guy songs or whatever. And then I heard Jill and I'm like, ooh, I'm taking my freedom, putting it off the shelf, wearing around my chain, putting it on my neck. And I was like, the power, the soul, the like, whoop. And I was like, oh, I found my place.
You see, I like it the way you just go from talking and just boom. If I had your voice, oh God, I'll be singing everywhere. On the bus, when I'm buying food. Give me the beans. Oh, give me the chicken. I'll just be letting it rip. I like it, man. I like the way you just go from, as you say, it comes to you naturally. So everybody in the family sings, even the brothers.
We all sing. Can we all sing well? That's a whole nother. We all sing. We all know how to express ourselves, but you know, my brother, who is my immediate senior, he's an artist as well. So it does run in the family. He's a beautiful, well, an incredible world-class entertainer in totality. So thank you. But yeah, it's in the family. It's not. Music is home to me, Julian.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good. It's a good home to have. It's a good home to have. Before we move forward, one of a friend of mine just asked, "Do you actually know who actually sang Sweet Mother? Do we actually know the first
I
person that sang it?"
No, I don't know. Do you know?
I used to think it was my mom.
I don't.
I mean, I grew up thinking it was my mom that made the
Who
song, and
sang it?
she gave the choir guy like $5 for her to continue singing. That's how I used to think.
Grabbed the
So,
microphone and she sang it.
oh yes. So Australia is actually known for a lot of musical artists, world class people. But you left Australia to come to the UK
I did.
to chase your dreams, pretty
I did.
much. How come? Why was chasing your dream in Australia a no-no?
Ah, you know what? Australia is a really, really beautiful country. It
Mm-hmm.
is. Um, I think a lot of the climate of what's been coming to the forefront in the past year, especially, has been race related, just awareness of what the race, especially being a dark skinned person outside of, I guess, African countries or places where they're just black people, and the black experience. I'm Australian. I'm a different, we had the American stuff. We've seen what happens in the UK, but Australia has its own, I guess, issue or way to go with embracing our tone. And I would say that I really experienced that, because I would say that my music was like quite commercial and quite like, I was singing with pop artists, and my music was that I was writing was kind of mostly in the pop commercial realm, and even just knocking on doors to be seen or to find platforms to build my my own style. It was hard, and I didn't see myself anywhere, and I was told that I was niche. And as a dark-skinned female, I was met in the industry with knowing that they just kind of look at you like an alien, and that it's a very hard, very long road to travel. And I guess you get to a point where you're either going to accept it and maybe be defeated by it, or find an opportunity to make your way. And I just had a really strong connection to the vibe that was going on in the UK. Like, there's a lot of authenticity. I saw dark skinned, even I know the UK has their own issue with, dark skinned women as well in the music industry. I'm aware of that. I just saw more opportunity to make some noise here.
Okay. So I mean, putting the obvious, racism and all that aside,
Yeah.
there is, you would say there's more in terms of diversity in the music. There's a bit more in the UK compared to Australia and all that. I mean, now that you say that, it's understandable to kind of see, considering the fact that apart from you, I don't actually know any Black Australian singers.
Yeah. It's real. It's real. It's
I
very
mean,
real.
I
And
don't
then
know any mainstream ones at all.
that's exactly the point. It's not that we're not there, and Black Australians are coming up. There is an amazing world-class Australian rapper, singer, Sampa the Great, that is taking the world by storm right now, and she's
Okay.
flying African flag like it's insane. And she has, I'd say that she's done such a wonderful job of smashing and challenging industry standards and standing in her own strength. I love that. I love seeing that. And they're there. I think it's just taken time to come to the mainstream, diversity is important, but yeah, like, what you see is, there's one Black American artist that moved to Australia like decades ago. Her name's Marsha Hines, and she's
Mhm.
been like the black female that's killed it. And I would get told, like, walking through the streets, they're like, I'm like, I don't know, maybe more than 20 years younger than her. They're like, are you Marsha Hines?
I'm not supposed to laugh at that, but that is actually funny. It's actually funny.
That's the
So
reality.
not only is there like an ignorant racism, I mean, they are practically blind over there.
God bless
As you
them. They
can
didn't
see,
mean no harm, but I was like, all right, yo, I'm
it's
out.
time to move. So you came to the UK. UK is now home, and you were on BBC Ones altogether.
I was.
How was that? How did you? I mean, did you actually? Did you realize? Wow, this could actually, this is baby steps to achieving my dream.
I had a really great experience on the show. I
Before
love.
before before you go into your experience, what is BBC One altogether?
BBC Altogether Now was a game. I'd say it's like I would say more than a reality show. I'd say it's more like a game show for singers. So the concept was there was 100 creative experts, music vocalist experts that were a judging panel, and the score was 1 to 100. And the name of the game, the aim of the game was to get you sing a song, and you have like about a minute and a half to get as many of that 100 to stand up and sing along with you. That's because they like what you're doing and they like how you perform, they like the song, and that the person who gets the most votes to 100 wins £50,000. Hey. So it was more like a game show.
How much did you win? How much did you win?
Did I win?
How much did you win?
It's either 50,000 or nothing. So I didn't win.
Because you know times are hard. So if you won, you know I'm your brother. I'm just putting it out there. Put it out there. So but that was a good experience. You didn't win, but it was a wonderful experience. It put you in a good frame of mind, knowing that I'm getting closer. If I work hard enough, I can get there.
Well, to see, yeah, like to have gotten into the top 10 of that and do it in the UK, I think that was a big boost to me going, I think I'm in the right place.
Oh, nice. Very nice, very nice. Well, you are definitely in the right place. I mean, you know how I remember me and Tabi, we met in there's a music platform called Sofar Sounds, and they're in 400 and something countries, and I was emceeing, and immediately I saw Tabi.
Riveting emceeing, by the way.
Thank you very much. Say it again.
Very riveting as an MC.
Just in case you didn't know, now you people know these things. Man.
Very entertaining.
I've been trying to tell you people for years. Thank you. So me and Tabi we met, and immediately we saw each other. I just went, my sister, and automatically the whole Nigerian vibe just came out. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, people were like, do you guys know each other? Like, yes, we do. In spirit. We're bound together in spirit. I like it. So you have original tracks.
I do.
And you have, obviously, you're trending on Spotify and other platforms. But one of your first track was Hurricane.
Yeah.
You mind giving us a feel?
So yeah, like for me as well, like a lot of I love empowerment. Empowerment. Whenever you're told no, I just get a bit more like I need to do something about this, and so that song just came out of that. But what's the pre-chorus? The chorus. You can't hold me down, hold me down. Baby, you can't hold me down. I'm coming at you like a hurricane. Baby, you've only got yourself to blame. You can hide behind a barricade. I'll knock you down, I'm a hurricane. A hurricane. Whoa, yeah. No, you can't hold me down. No, yeah. No, you can't hold me down.
You see, the problem is this is that I didn't ask you to stop though, but I mean, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find where you live. I'm gonna keep you in a cage, and then I'll put a big play sign on it, and I'll be pressing play every day, so you can just keep going. That nice song. I mean, strong words, strong deep words though. Strong deep words. While you sending out a message to people to let them know that you can't be held down regardless.
Yeah, no, thank you.
That's good. So far, you come to England, come to Britain.
Thank you, Rachel.
Yes, thank you, Tabs. See, you come to Britain, everything is going well. Well, at least yes, beginning. So how's your journey been so far? I know you also, apart from Hurricane, you have something to learn, that which is one of your originals.
Yeah. You know what? This journey it hasn't been easy. I'll say that, number one. but it's been so worth it, because along the journey of like trying to move to a whole new country, start again, identify your sound, identify where you fit, identify so many things, meet new people, try to, get enough income to support, find the right, like, been on and off with labels, and just find the right match for you, because it might not be the same thing for everyone else. It's been one of the toughest, like staying in the music biz has been one of the toughest things I think I've ever had to do. And it can affect you emotionally, it can affect you mentally, but it's something that I feel like I need to do. I feel like the songs come out of me. I feel like performing has had a profound effect on many people. Like, I even remember your reaction when you heard me sing, and you encouraged me. You're like, girl, Madison Square, you'll be there.
I'm a proper fanboy, proper. You know how I do. I forgot I was emceeing that day. I was like,
yeah, thank you. It's not
like,
easy, but to know that anyone going for their dream, and like I see that lots of people that have made it to a massive level where the world knows their name, they all have such a story of like the amount of times that they tried, failed, didn't work, things like that, they almost quit, but they didn't, and they kept on pushing, and at the right time, God, whatever it is, like just made the right thing come to be for them. And that's been the case for me, because I've been in this game journey for quite a while, but I'm still writing, recording. The industry's been kind of decimated live this year and last year from Corona. So you have to just kind of identify what keeps you going. Otherwise, it's not easy.
I mean, it's been the pandemic has been amazingly tough on loads of people, and obviously the music industry has been hit. Not a lot of support, and that's there. And I mean, I can only imagine the mental strength in going forward, trying to chase your dreams, and I appreciate that. I mean, as I told you on the first day, you have to keep going. You have it; it will come. Taking the opportunities. Now the question we just popped into my head is that you know how a lot of artists, when they want to start out, they pretty much try and go to the popular scene in terms of, oh, what's good now? So you go get a crowd by singing what the crowd wants, and then you bring them over, and then you give them what they have.
Yeah.
So any thoughts on going Afrobeat? You know what I mean? I'm just saying the market is out there. Think about it, man. Think about when everything gets back to some sort of normal.
I would love to I would not just dip my toes, but pour my whole body into Afrobeats. I think that
Who's your favorite Afrobeats? Who's your favorite Afrobeats?
I mean, the vibes. It's just the vibes. I think it's, yes. So basically the short of that is yes. It's also about, for me at the moment, it's also that there's been a story that has been inside me that I want to tell my way and with my sound. And some of my influences, Afro stuff is in there, but it's not the whole thing. There's the soul, there's the groove, there's funk, there's like, I'm Australian, so there's been some slightly different influences that I grew up with. So I don't necessarily want to be like, okay, Afrobeats is popular, let me just go and create Afrobeats music just because it's hot right now. I'm like, let me show you who I am, and then I will fuse it, collab it, and that's been stuff that I've been working on in the background. So I'm so here for it.
Well, we'll get back to that, but I mean, before we move away from it, who's your favorite Afrobeat musician at the moment? Tough one.
Favorite at the moment, I think. Oh, why has his name just skipped my head right now?
He can't be that favorite if you have forgotten his name.
He is. No, it's so bad. Hang on. Something boy. Yeah, I knew that.
Bonner Boy.
No, he's amazing. Fireboy is my favorite right now.
Fireboy. To be honest, I haven't actually heard much about Fireboy.
Fireboy, listening to his albums, I love the mix of. Thank you. The mix. He's got different styles. He's fresh.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
I'm feeling him at the moment.
Nice.
I love our Burna Boy, you know.
I was talking about, you think Burna Boy is a Port Harcourt boy. I mean, me, I'm a Port Harcourt boy, so
So by
I'm
default, do you represent?
hey, you know it now, P-Town. P-Town. I don't know,
Is that you're throwing signs on IG Live?
P-Town. So now, what's going to happen is, this is what's going to happen. We're going to move to a very touchy, nice subject. I mean, you've already mentioned some things about it. So, I mean, January 20th, the world lost one of the biggest entertaining clowns I've ever seen in a man called Mr. Trump. And Donald Trump spread beauty around the world in terms of anything negative you can think of. So then we had the whole Black Lives Matter. And then you and your brother did a song.
We did.
On Black Lives Matter, which was at some point #1 trend on Spotify, if I remember, at least.
I wouldn't say it was the #1 trend. It got onto some cool playlists.
See, Spotify is directly proportional to an opinion. In my opinion, it was #1 trend. Tell them.
Amen. I got you.
So how did you guys come up with the songs together?
My brother and I are extremely close. I love him. And we talk all the time. And so we were properly affected by the events that we saw. And we were just like, so talked about it all the time. And we were like just in a place where we're both at the same time, we're feeling the same thing. So he was writing the song and he sent it to me and he was like, can you fit? I've written it, but I feel like it needs you to finish it. So I wrote a verse and then like the outro bit, and he did everything else. And we had a friend would do the guitar part, and it came together so quickly. Like to get the song done, written, and literally out as a single, it took us a week, 7 days, and it was just something that we felt so strongly about. Not only just the experience that we saw from the Black Lives Matter stuff that was happening with George Floyd being killed, but like I think it's just our Black experience and our experience growing up in Australia, and also some of those things that we see, you know, how we see our Indigenous brothers and sisters treated there, or just that in general. So we were like, man, we need to write. We need to capture this feeling that we're talking about, and we need to put it out in a song. So what's the
name of the song?
Stand Up.
Oh, Stand Up. You know what's coming next. You know what I'm going to ask you to do. You know what's coming next.
You want to play it?
Play it? Nah, man. Who's talking about it? Well, you can play it, but then, I mean, we need proof that you actually wrote it, man. We need proof that it was you.
You need proof that it was me?
In other words, AKA, sing girl, bless us with those tunes. Bless us with those tunes.
It's coming. Let's see. I'll show you something.
Yes, do that.
Put it. Get ready, 'cause I'm ready. I understand how the truth is hard to swallow. Please don't tell me to wait. Can't afford another day, no. We're the human race. Where's the love and grace? We cannot sit here in silence. No. One of my sisters can't live. Oh, to violence. But we got to change now for peace. Here we go. Stand up for love. We gotta come together. Enough is enough. If you don't, but now you know that black is beautiful. Say that you walk with me. Yeah. We gotta come together. Enough is enough. If you don't, well now you know that black is beautiful. Say that you walk with me. Stand up for love. Stand up for love. Stand up for love. Get up. Stand up for love. Stand up for love. Stand up for love. Yeah. Stand up for love. Stand up for love. Yes. Stand up for love. Stand up for love. Yeah.
Tops, man. Tops, man. Oh, man, that is it, man. The Friday night, I'm standing up for love, man. Tell them black is beautiful and stuff. I'm in fact, melanin and stuff. You know what I mean? Well, that's good, man. GT, man, I can stand up forever. It's all about times G. It's all about times G. So the way things, I guess, with the way things are now, there's been, you would say, there's a slowdown in the journey to, you know, achieving your dreams and all that. And the next question I'll ask is, if we're being real, the truth is, when we get to whatever the new normal would be, a lot of people would have given up on these dreams. What is keeping you going? What is making you stay with it?
Great. Thank you for that question. I now don't necessarily believe that I've been stopped from it. I think that I've been kind of redirected, because I guess my main focus before was like live gigs, performing live almost any day that I could. At the moment, it's given me an opportunity to think about what I like, writing songs. So it's kind of been a shift of like parts of me that I could pay more attention to, writing more, collaborating more. The stuff that I do on that I haven't shown out on social media yet, but that writing process, that time to be still and go, what am I about? What's my message? Like, what do I really want to say? What am I experiencing, rather than always just trying to perform? So I think that it's been in a way, it's been a big blessing to just feel like I'm redirected at the moment. What keeps me going is when it's really, really hard. I remember that I was given this dream as a little girl, and I believe that God dropped it in my heart to bring joy and healing through music to people, and that I also have some amazing people that believe in me, that just went in, thank you. And when it gets hard, they just are there to pick me up and to remind me and to just encourage me. I've got a great booking agent that's come on board. I've got a great collaborative partner, my musos that I work with. There are people that believe in me, and I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to let myself down. I don't want to let any of them down. So it keeps me going.
It's all good. I mean, as I say, we rise by lifting others. And I mean, everybody has heard it first. Sometimes rejection can be redirection. So it's pointing you in a new light. And hopefully we don't want this light to go down anytime soon. So the beauty about this is, I mean, with the people that believe in you and try and push you forward, it's like, imagine yourself as a candle, and everybody around you has lit their own candle. So that means the room is brighter, right?
Yeah.
So, and then it makes you believe that, you know what, it's not just the light at the end of the tunnel, it's the light all through the tunnel. So
I like
keep going, keep pushing. Things will be nice, things will be wonderful. I mean, when you start touring the world, you need the best MC to be fooling you around.
Okay.
I'm just saying, putting it out there. 10%.
You just have your contract ready and you send it to my people.
Contract ready. So, number one, obviously, people can find you on Instagram at Tabi
Gazele.
Tabi Gazele. Spell the Gazele. So it's TABI GAZELE.
Yes.
Okay, and Spotify, YouTube, pretty much all the platforms.
Yes, I'm there. I'm hanging around.
No, you're not going anywhere, girl. If you go, we're going to find you. We'll find you. We'll find you.
Are you threatening to stalk me?
Yeah, you know I already do that, so it's okay. Don't worry. You know that guy that you always see around that doesn't look like me. It's actually me. So
you got that hat for a reason.
But before you go, what's going to happen is I want a top 5 playlist. It could be any music. Top 5 players from 5 to number 1.
Oh,
And let's see what you do. So, no, what's number 5? What's number 5? I want people to go away and think about. I'll tell you what. You give me top 5 from 5 to 1, and number 1 will be your song. But number 5 to 4, well, number 5 to 2 can be anything.
number 1 will be my song.
Yes.
Okay.
So number 5. What's number 5?
Number 5, like I told you, Fireboy, right? Was my favorite, like who I'm feeling. This song from him. You just want to get up. When I was at the gym, when we could go to the gym, you should have seen me work out to this.
What's the name of the song?
Bell.
Let me try and walk out and see.
That's it. That's it. Work out.
I like it. So Fireboy makes number 5 on the Tabi G's playlist. What is number 4?
Woo! Number 4. Number 4.
Number 4.
You make this hard.
Man, this should flow, man.
Number 4. I'll change it right up. This is a song by my collaborator, actually, but he's an incredible artist, Janelle. You want to get some heartfelt? It's called "Falling" by Janelle.
Okay, it's one of those sit down. How do you spell Janelle?
J-E-A-U-N-E-I-L.
Yeah, okay. So he's one we should look out for, yes? I like it.
Next on the 4th, so more of this great music.
I like it. So do you find, as an artist, so one of the things that I see is that there are loads of talented people out there. Do you find it a struggle trying to, keep up with the pool of talents that is out there? You're just doing your own thing.
It's important to know what's going on. So like, it's like just keeping yourself in check. Like, I'm being honest. Like, just like, remember, I'm lucky that I've kind of always felt like I've had my own voice in a way. So I've kind of just done my own thing. But yeah, knowing that something is good and great without going, oh, I wish I could, I wish I was like that. Nah, because if there's enough room for everybody, there really is. There's enough room for everyone.
Nice. Moving on to number 3. What's number 3, girl?
Okay, well, let's go with some UK African. Shinge. I'm sorry if I didn't say your name right. Vibes to me. I need to wake up in this lockdown period, right? So you just like give me some vibe.
Who's this?
Let's come in.
I have no idea who this is.
UK artist.
What's her name?
Shingy.
Shingy. There's a Chingy.
S-H-I-N-G-A-I.
Nice. You see, that's a beautiful thing, man. To discover new music.
There's lots of artists out there, and I'm just like, whatever's gonna make me feel good in this moment.
Nice. And what is number 2?
Number 2. You know what? I have to say this one for now. So this one. Jasmine Sullivan right now. She's just brought out a new record.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's one of those that touches the soul. Touches the soul.
If you just want to like just be in your feelings, which I like to be in my feelings a lot, right? Jasmine Sullivan's what?
Jasmine Sullivan. Jasmine Sullivan. I need to remember this was the Janelle, the Fireboy, the Jasmine Sullivan, and there's
Hey?
and so there's Janelle, there's Jasmine Sullivan, there's Chingy. You said that Chingy? Okay.
Fireboy.
And Fireboy. I need to remember all this. Okay. So now you can play. You can press a stop to that, and of course, since number one is you, you can sing us to our merry beds. So how it is, like, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. It's been a wonderful evening of great talent. We're about to send you off, and we hope you go home safely. Have a wonderful time, and thank you once again for coming. We will leave you with Tabi Gazele.
Oh dear. Well, I sang you a bit of Hurricane before, so you can hear that again.
Okay, we'll take that.
You like to wake up to dawn by the flame of the light. Tell me you stay by your fire, but I'm done burning. Ready to stand up and fight. You can't hold me down, hold me down, down. Baby, you can't hold me down, hold me. I'm coming at you like a hurricane. Baby, you've only got yourself to blame. You can help me every day. I'm looking down on a hurricane. How's that for you?
I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm I'll practice it. I'll practice when there's nobody watching.
You're practicing.
I practice. You can hold me down like a hurricane. I'm there. I'm there. My album is coming out never, but I'm there. I'm there. Tabi G, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for joining me tonight.
Thanks for having me.
As always, continue to be a fanboy. Support you all the way. Blah blah blah. I just want front seat tickets. That's all I ask for. When it's all amazing. You don't even have to pretend like you know me. Just give me the tickets and walk away. It's all good. You
just want the tickets.
Yeah, so once again, anybody watching, man, is Tabi Gazele. You can find her on Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, everything. We shall continue to watch your journey as it goes on.
Thank you so much for having me tonight.
No worries, Tabi G. Speak to you soon. Stay safe. We need that voice nice and sweet.
Thank you, MC.
For everybody that came out, thank you very much. Thank you for support, waves, all that story. And let's see what happens. Now I need to go and see who I can find for next week Friday. This is gonna be a tough one to beat.
Lockdown chats.
Oh yes, lockdown chats, baby.